I need to just sort this camera. Blooming angles. And welcome to another Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Tonight I get the privilege of reviewing Lost in the Cold Sun. This is Black Iris Brewery based in Nottingham, in the Basford area of Nottingham, on the former Shipston's site. That old area is Shipston's. So it's quite an iconic area, really. So, you know, I have a lot of respect for both Black Iris Brewery, Shipston's, who are both nestled around the Basford area. So yeah, Lost in the Cold Sun. This is a 4% unfiltered lager. Nice and cold. Got my glass from the good Leo Musco, Personalised Addiction. Oh, and there we go. Got a beer haul yesterday from Black Iris Brewery. On Saturday, you will have seen the video today. I'm not doing any lives today. Way too many videos on the channel. And to be fair, a lot of people are watching the football, and I understand that. So the football, the weather, the weekend, and yeah, and it's Father's Day as well, which means that a lot of people are with their good families. So, hazy pour, straw coloured pour, and an inch of white head. Yeah, I'm rubbish at pouring. Yeah, I know. A bit of carbonation coming through on this. Now this, Neon Raptor's tap room, they had a cask. I presume it was a cask. Could it have been a keg? I don't know. But one of the other Nottingham beer reviewers, Craft Beer Basic, he's a lad, and he's quite witty, to be fair. I like his, but he actually works for Neon Raptor in their tap room, and I'm hoping to meet him when I go down to the Neon Raptor to actually buy some beers in an upcoming week. Not be long. Maybe I can't afford a lot of their beers, but I shall do it nonetheless. And he posted on his personal Instagram page that they had some of this. 2 hours it sold out. So you know, obviously there's a big pull. Black Iris Brewery doing a lager. You know, it's one of those, isn't it? A craft brewery getting in, and I see a lot of this. Myself reviewing and looking at the craft beer scene, I see craft beer breweries like these good fellas from Black Iris Brewery actually jumping in to the bitters and milds and them sort of beers and some of the older beers. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see interpretations of what is a good lager, what is a good mild, and so on and so forth. Interesting times ahead. Can the craft beer brewery brew a better traditional beer than the traditional beer brewery? Very interesting. Very. Anyway, on with the lager. Got to say, on the nose, not much of a nose on it. A bit of a lager malt nose, but it is supposed to be a lager. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not saying it's anything else other than a lager. It's not saying it's a cherry lager or like that. You know, it's a lager. So we'll get into the taste. It did actually taste nice on that sip I just had. Ooh. Nice lager malt taste. Nice little bit of bite on there. Bear in mind, I've got to drink the whole lager to get the full effect. And I've just had a cheeky pint of my Imperial ginger barley wine. As you do. I didn't think I was going to do a beer review, but the wife just ordered a nice Chinese meal. I was going to cook dinner because she's her to back, but she's ordered the Chinese, so fair play. All good for me. Crisp, refreshing, as a good lager should be. It's got a nice taste to it. I'm not picking out what the taste is at the moment. It will come to me. But there's something about this. It's intriguing. It's more interesting of it than your standard lagers and your premium lagers. It's definitely on a world lager stage where it's more exciting, as exciting as beers and lagers get, I suppose, in some ways. As you notice, this review and probably the next review will be two shortish reviews, 5 minutes already in, so yeah, as short as my reviews get. Blimey, now that's hitting the spot. Beautiful taste to it, and that's not a joke either. I'm glad I turned the notifications off. I'm getting one after another just flashing through on my phone. Maybe I shouldn't have had that Imperial ginger barley wine before I drank this, because this is hitting home rather quickly. But, and I've only had a sandwich today, so but nice to be. It's actually nice to be reviewing a local beer without sometimes the live. You know, I love the lives, but sometimes, you know, to get the to do a review, do a full review, a focus review, sometimes I find it is a good thing. And if we're looking at doing reviews, you know, if breweries that you do reviews of love your reviews and share your reviews, I feel there's payback in both ways. You've paid for your beer, I pay for this. I don't get no for free. And you pay for your beers, you do a review, and if the review pleases the brewery and they think it's up to their standard and there's no swearing, which actually Urban Chicken Ale, Nottingham Nano Brewery, well on the border, and he actually laughed and he says to me, he says, "Oh, did you swear on this one?" And or you didn't know swearing, and I was like, "Oh," and I thought, my gosh. Yeah, I need to pack that in. Obviously, as a Nottingham person, you know, who only lives 2 miles away from this brewery in particular, you know, if it's good, I want to say it's good, and I want them to get the kudos they deserve. And I do want to visit. I am going to visit the tap room. You might think that someone who talks in front of a camera is very confident and sure of himself. That would be a million miles from the truth. I suffer from severe anxiety, so it's very tough it's tough to go into pubs. I did not go into pubs on my own. As an 18-year-old, I struggled then, and I didn't suffer from anxiety then. As a as a 49-year-old, turning 50 this week, ouch. As a 50-year-old, 49-year-old, yeah, it's even tougher, which is why in August and also October, when good people come up from around the country to Nottingham, we're going to go to tap rooms, we're going to have a laugh. I think it'll be a great convention of beer fans. And, you know, we all learn from other beer drinkers. You know, just because you review beers, does that make you any more knowledgeable or anything? Does it? No, it doesn't. But anyway, I know what tastes good, I know what I like, and that really is the basis of all my beer reviews. Do I like it? Do I not? And then you take that away and you take the tidbits of anybody's review, and this is everybody's review. And I'm always unsure when people review a beer and it sounds exactly like it does on the can with nothing different. Every beer, lager, cider has elements that you taste that you don't read off a can or from a description. They're the best reviews, trust me. Personality. I did go here yesterday, and as you can see in the background, all those Black Iris beers. Oh, I'm like a kid in Candyland. It's so awesome to support the local breweries, and such local breweries that are on a national stage. Black Iris, Neon Raptor, Liquid Light, Castle Rock, Blue Monkey, are certainly on a national stage of knowledge amongst beer drinkers. There obviously are a lot of good beer makers in Nottingham, a lot who deserve good plaudits, don't get me wrong. And I know they do. And I shout about them vigorously because they do deserve good plaudits. As you can see by this side, a lot of the beers here and above as well. I've changed the beer room today for people who've noticed. Good on you. There are new beers galore. The whole 2 shelves that you can visibly see has basically changed. That's Father's Day. And myself treating myself as well. I treated myself to 90 quid's worth of beer, and I got another 60 quid's worth of beer off the family. So it's been a fantastic weekend. Absolutely amazing, you know. And my birthday's on Sunday, Thursday, the 24th of June. Oh, am I happy about that? Yeah. It stocks the beer wall a bit. It means that I don't have to, I'm not worried about the beer wall looking empty. I've got room in the fridge for beers. I've got some special beers. I've got one extra special beer from Black Iris just there that I'm pointing to. That's going to be a dual collab review with another beer reviewer I hold in high esteem. When he's in his normal review mode, he's quite critical. But he's critical, but he does it in the right way, which is how you should do. He'll pick out the flavours, he'll say it how it is, that I like. Probably a bit more than I do. You know, unless it's something that really I can't stand, then I try to be my best. I try not to slag off. But, you know, sometimes it happens, you know. It does happen. And luckily, to be fair, especially since I've been drinking a lot more of the more expensive stuff, I've not come across many dodgy ones out there. So that's been a good one. Although I have drank a £7.50 farmhouse saison, which wasn't the greatest, shall we say. But anyway, hazy pour. The head's disappeared now. There's none left in the can. And like I say, on the nose, it wouldn't distinguish itself from any other lager. It's a typical lager nose. So it's not trying to be a craft lager per se. It's just trying to be like a normal lager, but done better. This is one of those first quenching lagers that hits home. It's done right. When we look at the mass-produced lagers out there in the shops, and I worked in Sainsbury's, so I know the mass-produced. This is a lager that tastes like lager should be. It's not trying to be a craft lager adding flavour to lager. It's trying to be a proper version of what you call lager. I've got to respect him for that. You know, this is where, you know, you see positives in what people try and do, and this is one of those. It's not trying to be like a peach lager or a lager with massive ABV. It's a 4% lager that's going up against, and there's a reason why this sold out in 2 hours at the likes of Neon Raptor, their tap room, because, you know, there's demand. Oh, and the further you get into it, the more it's resonating. Oh, it's got some, that 4%'s really hitting home. Loving the lager malt taste. It's, you know, it is just, you know, I won't call it a standard lager, but, you know, lager malt, that bit of hay, grass, that sort of thing. If you're going to be really going to full depth, the main thing is, does it taste good? Yes, it does. I have to hold myself then it's what. Really enjoyed this. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be some sort of flavoured lager. It'd be nice to hear some feedback from you know, anybody to do with Black Iris or other Nottingham breweries, see what they think about it. I'm always interested in feedback, you know, rightly or wrongly, I don't mind being called out. You know, if people don't like my reviews. Feedback is critical. Feedback, as long as it's constructive feedback, is always a great thing. On the beer review, on this beer review channel, when I'm doing lives, I ask the community what they think about the wall behind me, and you know, it's a valuable thing. Feedback is king. As long as it's, you know, there is some sort of feedback where you listen and you think, right, you're just a troll, I'm not listening to you. But critical feedback from a source where you truly get what they're saying and you think, right, let me tweak that recipe and we'll move it, we'll be better. That sort of feedback, I think, is king. And yes, I'm rabbiting. I've had a beer beforehand, so the confidence is raised in me. This is the first of 2 reviews that I'm doing live, and I've got to be careful because I have gone over the date this month. Ridiculous. It's some of these home brews I've been doing. That was beautiful. Hazy lager, full of flavour, lager malt aroma, good taste throughout, crisp, refreshing. Make sure you drink it cold, fresh. This is fresh, obviously it's cold because it's only bought it yesterday. 4% out of 5, good 4.45 out of 5. A good representation of a craft lager, but a craft lager done, in my opinion, the traditional way, as a traditional lager, rather than trying to add flavours and everything else. It's like what the supermarket lagers should be, but not mass produced, and you know what I'm saying. And that's it for this lager review. Thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. And as always, you know, it's nice to hear feedback, and especially feedback from, go away, nearly swore then. It's gone. Yeah, it's always good to hear feedback. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers. Oh, off tanked as well. Bloody hell, 4%. Oh, my gosh.